It's February, it's springtime, it's the start of the GAA season 2010. And while everybody will dream about getting to Croke Park next September, the National Leagues are still vitally important. The question is, will the 2010 league be better or different because of the new rules than the 2009?
The 2009 league campaign got a nice bright start under the lights at a packed Croke Park, when the GAA marked its 125th birthday and the defending All-Ireland champions arrived in town to play Dublin. Having lost the All-Ireland final the previous September to Tyrone, Kerry were back under the management of Jack O'Connor and showed impressive form when defeating the Ulster men in Omagh. Westmeath began their wretched year by losing all 7 games, while Donegal joined them in the drop zone. Division 2 was proving a much closer affair, with 4 teams chasing promotion. Cork and Monaghan eventually succeeding, with an ever-improving Kildare narrowly missing out. Fermanagh and Wexford were relegated. Tipperary won a compelling final of Division 3, beating down to the trophy. Both were promoted, however Limerick and Longford finished at the bottom. The Division 4 final proved equally intriguing, with Sligo edging out Antrim, and both sides were promoted. But on the Major League final day itself, it was once again the kingdom that reigned supreme, winning a 19th national title, and little surprise, they're still the team to beat in 2010.
Good evening everyone, and welcome to a brand new series of Sunday Sport. This season we hope to be a little different as we go behind the scenes a bit more and bring you the stories that are dominating the GAA world. Will Justin McCarthy survive in Limerick? And what exactly is being done for Ulster hurling? Or is player burnout a real issue at all? That's all in the weeks ahead. But first we concentrate on the action from day one. Tonight on Sunday Sport, it's Kerry versus Dublin in Fitzgerald Stadium, Killarney. Mayo against Galway and McHale Park, Castlebar. And we take a critical look at the new rules. Are they really necessary? And will they work? We'll be getting the views of Colm and Kevin McStay later in the programme. Where better to start than a Kerry-Dublin clash in Killarney? When they met in Croke Park in the Championship, it was tears of joy for the Kingdom. For the Dubs, it was, well, just tears. Would it be different today? Your match commentator in Killarney is Ger Canning.
The start of a new National League season means an opportunity to impress from day one. Adrian O'Connell and Maurice Corridon get their big break among the backs, fronting goalkeeper Ger Reedy. While in the inside forward line there's a Walsh alongside Kieran Donaghy, except it's Barry John Walsh replacing his brother Tommy, now with St Kilda in Australia. Dublin manager Pat Gilroy makes a change at fullback from the announced team. Paul Conlon of Vincent's comes in place of the injured Ross O'Carroll. Cian O'Sullivan wears number 7 and Blaine Kelly is chosen at full forward, where Bernard Brogan had been programmed but doesn't start. Rory Hickey from Clare gets the match underway. It's Kerry playing from left to right in the first half on a very blustery day as Eamon Fennell tries to get it down immediately towards Blaine Kelly. An opportunity for Dublin. What an opportunity! Fennell in at the end of it again. What a great start. Inside 20 seconds of the game, and Eamon Fennell gets on the ball twice. The man who's been in dispute with his club, playing for Dublin, in at the end of this, and it goes flashing over the bar. It's Blaine Kelly and Kevin McManaman. Kelly here. Cross towards McManaman. Great opportunity of scoring, and he puts it over the bar. Kevin McManaman, who's been doing well in the last month in the O'Byrne Cup. Goal in each of the last 2 games that he's played against Wexford and Meath, and this was a good opener here. Nice point, well taken. That time Rory O'Carroll running into a challenge and leaving it behind here to Declan O'Sullivan. Carroll's after him again. Back it comes. High and hopeful in there by Kieran Donaghy. Dropping down here for Paul Galvin. Trying to make a better angle for himself. Back onto the right. And it'll curl inside the right-hand post and go over the bar, and the teams are level. In the end, it reached the Footballer of the Year last season, and Galvin did the needful. 2 points apiece. Now Ross McConnell. Here's Paul Flynn, one of last year's championship 15. Nicely worked ahead here for Eamon Fennell, who got the opening point of the match. Hoping that this will be his big year. It may very well be. That's another fine score. Cracked over by the midfielder. Eamon Fennell looks a very, very commanding figure. Well, they say that the key to Dublin's success would be to get a very good combination at midfield. And Fennell looks a very, very likely and lively choice. Taken forward here by Kevin McMenamin. How far back he's prepared to go. James McCarthy now. McCarthy almost getting within scoring range. Back towards McMenamin again. Very good block down. Excellent piece of defending there by Paul Galvin. Doing the selfless, hard, brave and courageous stuff. They work it out. Not the best of passes for Cian O'Sullivan. Dublin almost put into some difficulty. Kerry trying to get the ball back. Galvin. It travels well, moving beautifully off the boot of Paul Galvin, and that is his second point of the match. 4 apiece. Very good contest in Killarney. Lovely, neat footwork by Paul Galvin. That's Ross McConnell. A lot of work for the forwards to do to get at the end of this. But they've got a lot of very, very willing operators, among them Kevin McMenamin here, who's taken Pádraig Reedy all over this near side of the field in the first half. McConnell kicking it in, broken down brilliantly for Paul Flynn. Surely he'll score here. First goal of the match. Credited to Paul Flynn, the Finboyan. Brilliant Dublin attack. Worked from one end of the field all the way down, but it was the little knockdown to Paul Flynn before that at all here. Beautifully done. Down by Macaulay, down for Paul Flynn. Brilliant finish. Great little defending there by Rory O'Carroll to keep it away from Kieran Donaghy. Threw himself at it. Line ball for Kerry. Paul O'Connor will take it. He's got 2 points from frees so far in this game. Late in this first half, Kerry with the opportunity, and that's kicked over the bar. Wonderful score there by Paul O'Connor, his third, coming from that sideline ball as it was knocked back to him by Kieran Donaghy. O'Connor had made a better angle, over it popped, and a goal between the teams. Here's David Henry. Well, we now see him more as an attacking force in the second half. Dublin played with 7 defenders in the first half. Back to Herbert, who himself is a converted defender. Twisting this way and that. Back onto the goal scorer, Paul Flynn, looking to add to the goal and a point he got in the first half. And that is a splendid start to the second 35 minutes. I think he's only had 3 shots at the target during the match. Alan Herbert did the spade work for him. But it was great finishing by Flynn, and it's won 7 to 6 points. David Henry fed inside here towards Blaine Kelly, trying to turn his man, who's Tommy Griffin. Back it comes once again towards Macaulay, the centre forward. Final kick there under some pressure and put over the bar. Very, very neat point indeed by Kevin McMenamin. His second. Well, he really is a very good striker of the ball, this corner forward from St. Jude's. Difficult one there for Michael Macaulay to take, but he does really well. With about 14 minutes left in this match, he threads it through to Eamon Fennell. The goal opens for him, and he knocks it over the bar. Quite happy to get his third point of the match, first in the second half. Just for a moment there, you thought he might have carried it on an extra few yards. There was a big gap, a bit like the goal that Paul Flynn got. Gap appeared there as well. This time, the midfielder is more than happy to tap it over. Paul Galvin looking for a target inside there. Comes back out to Donaghy, who's coming in from the 40. They work it inside again, looking for a little bit of latitude. The referee not too far away from the action. Spills back out again here towards Paul Conlon, who's been Dublin's full-back this afternoon, along there with Rory O'Carroll. Worked into Barry John. Walsh, there's a great opportunity, and that ball's kicked over the bar by Paul Galvin. He was going for a goal. It's his 4th point of the match. But it's a goal which Kerry has craved for at this stage. That's how near he came. Oh, he was just inches over the top. Kerry have it back once more.